Ah! Greetings, Wanderer. This is Atlas here, and welcome to The Void. Today I'm going to be reacting and breaking down a song called Marionette of the Night, Wisdom Lost to the Nexus, from the original soundtrack of the video game Bravely Default 2. Now, I have covered this series before once, which was from the first game, and the song is Serpent Eating the Ground, I believe. Yes, it was Serpent Eating the Ground from the first Bravely Default. It was quite a headbanger song, you know. It was a metal song, as the fellas say in Europe. I like power metal. I like heavy metal. So yeah, that one was a banger indeed. I don't know if this is going to be the same thing, but this is actually a coffee personal request that I had scheduled for this month, and this one comes from Tamami, and the comment says, "Hey, what's up? I wanted to request a reaction to a song from Bravely Default 2. I think it's not the most popular track, but it's probably my favorite. It has so many things that blow my mind in the musical sense, and I'm sure an expert like you will enjoy it a lot. The official title of the track is kinda big because it's a Japanese translation, Marionette of the Night, Wisdom Lost to the Nexus. I've checked both in Spotify and VGMDB.net to confirm the name of the track in the OST, because there's a lot of unofficial incomplete loops around there. You can also find it here on YouTube, unless like, okay, thank you so much and keep rocking." Well, thank you very much, Tamami, for the description of the song, and also for your incredible support, of course. Like I said before, I have covered like a tiny little bit of this series before, and I'm actually going to leave the song that I already covered, Serpent, what's the name again? Serpent Eating the Ground, in this card right here, but also I'm gonna leave the reaction / breakdown of that song in the description of this video, right? But before we begin, I would like to invite you to check my newest merch, which is inspired by Dark Souls and BERSERK. And if you make a purchase, you have a chance to be featured in the channel. The only thing you have to do is take a picture with what you bought and send it to the contact email that is in the description of this video, and I will put you in the intro of one of my videos. And my latest song, which is a BERSERK inspired song too, called Conceived in Blood, which is the song that you've been listening in the background of the intro of this video. So if you enjoyed it so far and would like to listen to the full song, I'm gonna leave it in this card right here, but also it's going to be in the description of this video, right? And with that being said, onward. Alright, we got Bravely Default 2, Marionette of the Night. And boom. Oh, that's a cool change. I love the thrill. I love that. A little bit of pedal notes action there. All right. Wow. Oh, that transition there. With the triplets. This turned into Bumping Mission from Final Fantasy. What instruments is this? Yeah, these arpeggios are very Final Fantasy. Ah! That pattern in the arpeggio is so good. Mate, he has been doing that for the longest time. We come back to the bumping mixture from Final Fantasy VII. Okay, it's starting to fade out. Okay. And there we have it. Okay, this song was really, really fun. I liked it a lot. It has a lot of neoclassical elements in it. I'm going to risk and say that it's a lot of Baroque kind of neoclassical elements in it. A lot of pedal note action, very cool arpeggio patterns at the later stages of a song, or at least half of it later. But I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop right there and you know, just elaborate on that and other things in the breakdown. So let's break it down.
Ay, caramba!
Okay, so now for the breakdown. In this particular case, I'm going to mix it up a little bit because before I started recording the second part of the video, I got my guitar, my acoustic guitar, and I tried to replicate some of the things that the composer did in the song, in the composition itself, because there's a lot of neoclassical elements in the song. Played in that main instrument that I can't really tell what it is. You know, it could be also a synthesizer, who knows? But you know, there's a lot of key kind of key instruments like pianos. The song opens with an harpsichord, and you know, these. The instrument that plays the leitmotif and so on and so forth is also like a keyed, or at least like an instrument that has a lot of attack, right? So like I said, the song has a lot of neoclassical elements, you know, pedal notes, tons of pedal notes patterns here and there. And also very cool arpeggio patterns throughout the second part of the song, mixed with these pedal note patterns. So I'm gonna get my acoustic guitar here. I'm going to try to replicate, not exactly the same, but at least I'm going to try to explain what he's doing in some of the parts of the composition. All right. So let me get the guitar. Okay, so first, one of the first things that I would like to talk about is the pedal notes, right? The pedal note patterns, or licks, as we say in guitar talk. Guitar talk, it's like. So one of the things that I heard a lot in the track were the pedal notes, right? And pedal notes are basically like these arrangements in which you will hear a pattern in it, but there's a specific note in the pattern that it's going to be played over and over again in between each consecutive note. It will be something like this, like. Yeah, something like that. This note, it's always repeating. And it's in between the other notes. You see? There was another thing that I was super puzzled about, which is the opening part of the song, which is the harpsichord part. I didn't really know what the hell what it was. Like at first I thought it was like an augmented chord. I thought it was an augmented chord. Then I said, okay, maybe not so much because the intervals sounds like wider. But then I kind of said like, could it be the whole tone scale? Because it actually has like this 2-note pattern per string kind of thing. But no, it's not. The whole tone will be like. And if you listen back to the intro of the track, it has this kind of 2-note pattern. So I think it's like a diminished pattern there, 2-note diminished pattern. That. So yeah. I'm really not sure what the pattern or the scale is in the beginning. It's super cool because it's super foreboding, and finally I was messing around a little bit trying to come up with the leitmotif of the track, which has some really cool variations, and it's something like this. It's like. Something like that? Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. I am not really sure. But yeah, I really like those trills. Those trills are so they are so neoclassical and so cool. But in the later stages of a song, he starts to mix it up a little bit and does these more complex patterns in their arpeggios, which they sound like they go back and forth. Like it will be something like. Wait. Wow. I'm super rusty. Let's try this slower. Wait. Something like that. Oh boy, I just realized that I really need to get my chops up again on the guitar. I haven't touched the guitar in the longest time. Maybe this is a signal that I need to start practicing again. But anyways, those were the kind of demonstrations that I wanted to show you in regards to what I heard for the most part. Of course, this is not absolutely accurate what I played, but it gives you like the general sense of what were these neoclassical patterns that we hear in the song, which were the pedal notes, the thrills in the leitmotif, this arpeggio patterns, the more straightforward patterns and the more complex ones, and also the one that I'm very intrigued about, which is the opening of the track, where we hear this harpsichord opening part with this sort of scale run or very, very weird chord playing, either, I don't know, augmented chord or a diminished chord. I don't think it's a whole tone scale, but I don't know. Okay, so now let's move from the specifics of the song towards the more general things. And now, like I said before, of course, the song has these very neoclassical elements into it. I think the leitmotif is absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite parts of the song for sure. You know, the song also has this crooked kind of circusy kind of vibe. Very much specifically, not only because of the nature of the arrangements in the main melody and so on and so forth, but also because of some of the drum patterns that we hear and how the variations of it actually adds to that, you know. Yeah. I'm not really sure where this song takes place or whatsoever, but I'm inclined to say like it's like a Victorian era kind of place with I don't know, with kind of jokers playing around doing tricks whatsoever. That's kind of the thing that sounds to me, you know, in that regard. Another thing is that the song is kind of divided in two parts. The first part, I would say, it goes more towards the metal. It sounds very metal, but the second part sounds more prog rock. And I want to point out specifically the second part of the song, because I did say that the song like transformed into a sort of a bombing mission kind of thing from Final Fantasy VII, and I do wonder if the composer of this track is Nobuo Uematsu, because I mean it has its imprint all over it, and if it's not, I think that the composer is certainly heavily influenced by Nobuo Uematsu. Also, I don't know if this series has any connection with Final Fantasy or not. Might not be the case. But certainly the second part is where it goes the most Nobuo Uematsu kind like in terms of a composition, because like I said before, it goes more into the prog rock kind of vibe with the more rhythmic, straightforward, rhythmic, slower tempo kind of riffs in the electric guitar, and also the arpeggios, the way you hear the pedal notes, but also the variations in the arpeggios sound very Nobuo Uematsu like, let's say. So yeah, I think this song was absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed it. I think my favorite part were how the drum patterns, the variation of the drum patterns actually made the song have this completely different vibe to it. Like sometimes it sounds super circusy, other times it sounds more like a rock opera kind of thing. And I mean, whatever the instrument that is playing the leitmotif and so on and so forth is going wild all the time. It's like the performance-wise, it's incredible, and of course the arrangements behind that, you know, in between the arpeggios, the arpeggio patterns, the pedal notes, and so on and so forth, that gave it this neoclassical touch to it, where I mean they were insane and they were absolutely great. So I'm gonna give it a golden badge for sure. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and share it with your friend. Also, please don't forget to visit my Patreon, my Ko-fi profile, and my Ko-fi store in case you want to support my work further, and my Teespring merch shop. And of course, ex nihilo nihil fit.